If you're watching this video, you're probably struggling with the fact that your social life is non-existent, or you're envying others with tight-knit friends and friend groups, trying to find the validation here that you're not alone, and I'm here to tell you exactly that. I used to think being alone meant I was unlovable or broken, but once I stopped forcing friendships that weren't aligned, I realized how much energy I got back for myself. And honestly, it made me more intentional about the relations I do choose to build. My name is Angelene, and I don't have a big group of friends. In fact, there were months and even years in my 20s where I had literally no one. I don't have my girl group. I don't have that one best friend that I can call up on a random day to come hang out with me. I don't have that one girl best friend. I don't talk to anybody on a daily basis other than, of course, my mom and my boyfriend. Instead of chasing the wrong people and trying to fill this void, I finally sat back and realized that loneliness doesn't have to be a bad thing if you choose to use it correctly. Today, I'm breaking down why having no friends in your 20s is okay, how to reframe this mindset / season in your life, and how it can set you up for the life that you really want. Before we really talk about the core topics of this video, can we just look up the definition of what a friend is, okay? Because I feel like people don't really understand what being a friend is in this day and age. Here's a simple, meaningful breakdown of what a friend is by ChatGPT. A friend is someone you trust, care about, and share a mutual bond with. They offer support, honesty, and companionship. Friendship is built on respect, understanding, and consistency, not just time spent together. In short, a friend is someone who makes life feel lighter, realer, and really helps you grow. There is a quote I also really love. It says, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," by Jim Rohn. This quote really speaks to me because you really are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. And if you're not careful about the people that you truly hang out with or you spend your time with, your habits, your mindset, and your overall success is closely related to those people. It reflects the people that you are the closest to. Like if you are the average of 5 millionaires, you're gonna probably learn so much from them that you end up becoming a millionaire one day if you choose the right path. But if the 5 average people you hang out with are junkies, they do nothing but gossip, they do nothing but sit around all day in bed, play video games, or scroll on social media, they don't know what they're doing, you are gonna be the 6th person. If you really surround yourself with people that are growth oriented, who are kind, driven, and respectable and respect you and have standards, then you will naturally rise to that level. The same goes the other way around. With this being said, I want to talk about the pressure of having friends in your 20s. It's so easy to make friends when you're younger because you're stuck in the same classroom. You just see each other often and around school. It's just easier to be put into a situation where you have to make friends. When you're done with high school and you're in your 20s, it's so hard to make those really meaningful friendships, and all of a sudden your social circle does not look like it did when you were 18 because everyone's off to college or they're off to their own paths in life. It's leaving you feeling lost, lonely, and kind of betrayed because the people that you thought were gonna be with you in your corner for your whole life, they're not there anymore because they're doing their own thing or they've outgrown you, you've outgrown them. If you're lucky, of course, you stay with the same few people in your life. You're adapting to not being in the same circle as you once were in high school in the same environment. Social media especially can make it seem like you're so behind, you're not good enough to have that core group, have those core people in your life, and especially like being reminded of old friend groups or even like having old expectations of friendships, because once you're in your 20s and you're an adult, like things change, people change, you're gonna change, the values in your life change. If you still are adhering to the same standards, then there's some reevaluating you have to do in your life. These old expectations about friendships and your standards around your relationships needs to grow with you, because if they don't, you're going to be stuck in a limiting mindset. You're going to be stuck with the people that are stuck. You're going to be stuck with the people who are still in the past, and you don't belong there anymore. You belong here in the present moment. And you're talking to a girl right now that has a very deep connection with this topic, because I've struggled a lot in my 20s with friendships and losing friends and feeling lonely because of it, feeling like I'm not good enough to be part of that circle or be anybody's number one choice. High school, had a good core group of friends. I had one girl best friend. She just cut me off one day. Since then, I've really struggled with finding that girl best friend. I have one core girl best friend that I've known since I was born. Just recently, I started talking to her more because we don't really speak on a regular basis. In my personal experience with friendships, I have been the one to really reach out a lot and keep the bond going. I have one guy best friend I've known since middle school. It's been a mutual communication basis, mutual respect basis, which is something I really appreciated. And I feel like that's what friendship is about. Other than that, I have no other friends that do that. I do have a core friend group who I don't talk to on a regular basis. And it's okay to not have to talk to your friends all the time, hang out all the time. But I do have this core friend group that I do believe is very mutual and respectable. We're not individually super close, but when we get together, we're together as a group. I really appreciate our bond because of that, especially when it comes to making girlfriends. I've stuck my head out so many times that there's an imbalance there. I have been so receptive trying to build connections with my girlfriends, but after so many years of trying, it's I want to attract the girlfriends that are going to actually give me that mutual communication, respect, wanting to be close with me. I always thought what's wrong with me? Why do I have friends and they always have somebody else that's so much closer to them and they always talk about them and they're always reaching out to them, hanging out with them, and then I'm just kind of that floater friend that nobody really hangs out with or talks to, but if it's convenient or if she asks, then I'll do it. It's I don't want to be that friend. I deserve friendships that are deep, meaningful, and mutual, and so do you. Okay, it was really upsetting for me for a long time because I always thought about at my wedding, who's gonna be my bridesmaids at my wedding? I'm not really gonna have a group of friends that's gonna be there for just on my side, not something that we share together. So there's some of those things that I think about that make me sad, but then I realize that's how it works out for me, and those friendships I have now are the friendships that are meaningful. If you've been feeling lonely and comparing yourself to other people's quality relationships, friendships that you think they have, I want you to know that loneliness does not equal failure. Just because you don't have that core friendship, even if it's just one person, I want you to know that you're not a failure. Loneliness is a neutral state, and what you do with it is what matters. This alone time really gives you the time to reconnect with yourself, reflect with yourself, and truly figure out what you value in people. I really want you to reframe your mindset around being lonely and having no friends and longing for that desire for deep connection. I want you to know that it's within you. You can find that connection within yourself. I do believe that life is all about connecting with others and finding others to connect with, but it's also about connecting with who you are. At its core, life is about connecting with you because you're sent into this world to be the person that you are. If you don't truly know yourself, it's going to be hard for you to have meaningful relationships, meaningful friendships with people. Throughout my life, I was a people pleaser. I wanted to just make sure everybody felt comfortable, mitigate myself, lessen myself so that I could fit into specific boxes. That never attracted the right people in my life. I was always trying to find that dream connection where I had my one best girlfriend, my 4 girlfriend group where we can go on trips together. I never found it in my early 20s or now, but I will say that I'm so connected with myself and my identity and who I am that I'm still fulfilled in life not having those things. And also I have appreciation for the friendships I do have, the relationships I do have that do show me mutual respect. I was getting so disappointed in my early 20s when I would try with people and really fantasize about oh my gosh, this could be the one. Literally, this could be the one. You don't need to fit in with everybody else. And I want you to reframe your mindset and think about what do you have now? Who do you have right now? If it's truly nobody, just know you always have yourself. And the people out there that are meant for you are going to find you without you forcing it, trying to make everything work and mitigating yourself and lessening yourself so that it can work. Because you should never have to do that in any friendship, in any relationship. You should never have to lessen yourself in order to fit in or put up with anything in order to keep a bond. Instead of thinking,
wow, I'm so lonely, I'm such a loser, I don't have friends to hang out with, I don't have all these parties to go to, there's something wrong with me, that's why nobody likes me.
I want you to reframe your mindset and think, I'm lonely right now. I don't have many friends right now, but that's because I'm not in the right environment to attract the right people in my life. These people don't have the capacity. I don't want the universe to put people in my life that shouldn't be in my life. I mean, unless you're like constantly hurting people and you're not a very good friend yourself, that's a different story. I'm talking if you are a good, respectable person, you don't hurt people, you don't cause drama and all this stuff, then I want you to reframe your mindset and think like this very good person that you are. I'm a good person. I don't have the friends that I really want to have, but I think that's okay because the universe is saving me from superficial relationships or people that are going to bring me down or hurt me. And the universe is just freeing up my space, my weekends, for things that I can fill my time with that are going to fulfill my purpose in life. If I attract people along the journey to want to be friends with me, to want to connect with me, then that's a beautiful thing. While you're reframing this mindset, I want you to use this time to really understand yourself, to work on yourself, to become a better person for yourself and the world around you. And I want you to truly figure out your standards, truly figure out your boundaries when it comes to friendships and relationships and what you truly value. Even if you do endure some bad moments sometimes with bad connections, just know that those are lessons to be learned and the universe knows you're strong enough to survive it. Friendships built in this season are often healthier, more intentional, and more aligned with your life. You'll start realizing that being selective is a strength and not a weakness. I lose friends all the time because they don't align with my values, my goals in life. Learning about them, interacting with them, I recognize I don't want to be the sixth person of the person they are and they hang around. I don't want to put the time and energy into things that are draining to me, people that are draining to me. If I don't fit with certain people, then I just don't fit. I'm a very high value woman, high value person, and I deserve relationships and friendships that are the same. All of that to say, if you feel lonely right now, don't rush to fill the silence. Use it to journal, go to the gym, build skills, or even create. The time you spend with yourself now is what's going to shape the person that your future friends, even your future partner, will eventually meet. Let go of all of these expectations for every single person that you meet in your life because not everyone deserves a spot. Don't make the mistake I made anymore of meeting a person and being desperate, putting them on a pedestal. Some people truly only show up for a season in your life for the lesson that they're meant to teach you, or even maybe the lesson that you're meant to teach them. Remember that being selective is a strength, and you don't need a friend group to prove your worth. What you need is alignment with yourself, because the better you know who you are, the more naturally the right people will come to you. All right, everyone, today's journal prompt is, when was the last time I felt truly seen by someone? What about that moment mattered most? Am I craving friends for connection or for distraction from myself? I believe this journal prompt will help you figure out this disconnection you have with expectations around friendships and your conflicts around it. You can journal it on your own time, or you can let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about your experience. It might help somebody else watching this video, or who knows, you might make some new friends. We can be friends. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. Help this video reach more people in their 20s, or just people in general who are struggling with this situation and many others that I've touched on my channel. For more intentional you, hit subscribe. And if you ever feel like you're falling behind in life and you're comparing yourself a lot, watch this video. I'll see you there. Bye.